Hello, Editing Chris here. I've realised that this video is very, very glitchy and it's very out of sync with the audio. I want to apologise first of all, I'll put it down in the description as well, and please leave in the comments any suggestions for future front row, what we can do to make it better, because ultimately that's the goal, to make it, as entertaining for you as possible and as informative on the guests as possible. Next time Danny will be filming it for me, instead of just, myself. So it should be better next time. And in any case, I hope you enjoy the video. And yeah. Hello and welcome to Off the Tracks Front Row, where we bring on various different guests from different backgrounds of the enthusiast community and talk to them. And obviously, because on the normal show, on Off the Tracks Viewer Takeover, we don't really delve too much into what our guests do. It's mainly about the viewers. So now you will get an insight on to what the guests we have on do. So today we have the wonderful Theme Park Jake. Hello there, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. So yeah,
Good.
obviously, I was literally about to go like, oh, we go way back. We don't, but it's felt like I've known you for a lot longer than we have known each other, because we've known each other for about
Yeah,
a year, pretty much.
yeah.
From
Back old coastography times, back
yeah,
on the old group chats, and that's how we met.
that is
On
how.
Theme Park Jake Coaster Chat,
Oh my
my
word, that was
podcast.
mental. That's way back. Throwback there. If you know what Theme Park Jake Coaster Chats was, you're an absolute legend. So, but actually, yeah. So that kind of, goes on to what I was about to say. How did you kind of, what was your first content sort of? Because obviously, I think a lot of people on the channel will know you anyway, because we've
Yeah,
had you on a few times and stuff like that. So yeah, what was your early content like? Because some people might not delve too far into the Theme Park Jake early
yeah,
days.
yeah. So because it's 2021, it means it's the 5th year of Theme Park Jake, and I've been doing it for 5 years, and back at the beginning, my original plan was to be another theme park worldwide, which I didn't want to be now, but like that because that was like my main inspiration at the first point. And starting off with the channel, I did vlogs and random videos
Mm.
and the very high pitched squeaky theme park joke, because that was year 7 Jake back at that point, and I'm still going to this day.
Yeah, still good.
So, still going.
Mental stuff. Yeah, obviously you've grown quite a lot over the past few years and stuff. So yeah, when I first met you, it was because of the already mentioned Coastography Club, which was
Photography.
a very interesting thing. Obviously, you now do what used to be the Coastography Awards. You do the Corkscrew Awards.
Yeah.
So maybe if you want to delve into that, obviously, if the Corkscrew Awards end tonight, don't they? The
Yes.
voting
Yeah.
nomination
So voting ends tonight at midnight. So
on a
I
Wednesday.
will be Wednesday. I will be sitting down tonight and sorting all of the voting forms out, and by tonight I will find out who has won each category. That is the plan. So yeah, it's going to be good. Very, very excited to do it. And then I've got to start production tomorrow for the making of the premiere video on Sunday. So
There you go. Which, if this goes out before Sunday, we will be doing the stream on Sunday. Obviously, because we're so close to the theme park season now. I remember we just talked about this before we started. I was up quite late last night, and then I just kind of sat there like, damn, the theme park season is starting in like, I'm bad at maths. How many days is it now? It's on Monday, and it's Wednesday. What's that?
4 days.
Good maths. There you go. So yeah, 4 days. So obviously, what park will you be heading to on opening day?
I will
mean,
be
I know
at
this, but
Towers. Yeah,
yeah.
I'll be at Towers. I'll be with hopefully with the OTT gang. We are there. You're not there.
OTT day. Unfortunately, I'm not there.
Yeah,
Sad times.
yeah. I'll be at Towers on opening day. It's gonna be great. Very, very, very excited.
Yeah, I think we've been waiting for opening day a long time now. What ride are you going to go to first? This is a big question. What ride do you normally go to first?
You know me. It's not the Smiler.
Of course not.
Yeah, I'll be heading
Yeah.
straight up to Nemi. Up to Nemi, the beast.
That's
Beautiful.
fair play. Yeah, I mean, I'm normally an Oblivion guy. You go to Oblivion at the start of the day because it's got like a short queue, and then you might do Smiler and get in the pre-queue. Like, I have a day set out when before COVID used to happen. I was like, right, I'm gonna go to Oblivion first, then you go the Smiler because it's pre-queue, because if you go in early riding and whatever, so mental stuff. Do you have like a day routine? Do you, like, when you go to a park, do you have a plan that's like, oh, I'm gonna go here, and then the queue's gonna be shorter at this place or whatever?
No. Truth be told, no. I with park days, I Chris, because you've had a day out with me, the Towers. It's very sporadic. It could change like that. Park days for me are the only days that I've properly planned in my life. And like when you go to Florida and you book the fast passes like 7 months in advance or something. And like Universal Studios Japan, we planned that as well because that day was a bank holiday basically in Japan. It was very busy.
Very rushed. Yeah, obviously, well, you just mentioned there. I believe you have been to all of the continents, most of the continents, obviously, that have theme parks in the world now. You've been to, well, the ones you haven't been to are obviously Africa and Oceania, I believe. Am I correct?
Nearly. So I have been to Africa. I went to, not theme park related, it was just a normal holiday. There's not many parks I know of, if truth be told. I know that one in South Africa.
South Africa with the like 5G like dive coaster thing.
Which I really want to do, but I haven't been to Oceania. Haven't been. It was the plan, hopefully, in the future. Depends on COVID and everything. But hopefully we get to go. And then I haven't been to South America.
Wow, I completely forgot about that. So I'm an idiot there. So, what continent out of those three do you think you would be most wanting to go to? What? Because obviously, Oceania probably the big one because that's got like it is movie park, isn't it? I'm not being mistaken. The one with
what's it called Warner Brothers.
DC Rivals.
Rivals? Warner Brothers.
Okay, yeah, Warner Brothers. So obviously it's got that, and then obviously the other two are a bit dodgy. Which one of them three would you most likely want to go to?
It's just Oceania, innit? You get to go to Australia and New Zealand. Come on,
exactly.
Those two countries are just amazing. So, hopefully, in the future.
And now onto the continents that you have been to. What was your favourite out of all of them? Obviously, you've been to a lot. I'm assuming a lot more of European parks. Obviously, last year it was like you're supposed to have a big America trip, and then a little known virus came about, and it was like, you know what, your plans, they're in the bin now. So if you're going to go on an America trip, that's a bit annoying. But of the ones that you have been to so far, which continent is your favourite in terms of theme parks?
I have this with, I can't really say about Asia because I've only been to 2 countries in Asia and I only went to one of them which had a park. So I've always said this with theme parks, I don't have a definite favourite. Like I have my likes and everything, but each continent is good for what they have. So like I love Europe because you can just travel anywhere in Europe and you can just do a park and do 2 parks on a road trip which are in 2 completely different countries. But then America's great for like all the big coasters and everything. So hopefully, fingers crossed, next year is the year for what's it called, the US road trip, which Bollywood, Six Flags Great Adventure, Six Flags New England, Coney Island, and Cedar Point. That is the plan for next year. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, that is the biggest flex. Like, you're going to be going around to all the parks. Like, mate, I've been to Dollywood, I've been to Great Adventure, whatever.
But you've been to Great Adventure, though,
haven't you? I've been on El Toro, so, I love the ride. I hold it very dearly to my heart because it is mental. So what is your favourite coaster? What is your number one coaster? You've probably said it on Off the Tracks before, but just in case people have forgotten, what is your number one coaster?
So it's still that UT of a coaster at Fantasyland. Absolutely fantastic. 26 times in one sitting.
Yeah, I mean, that is mental. I did Time Machine like 4 times in a row and said, oh, you know what, I've got a dip. I mean, Fantasyland obviously looks like an incredible park, and obviously, I mean, Europe, I think most of our viewers live in Europe anyway, but obviously it's an incredible place for theme parks. And in America they've got all the big record-breaking Steel Vengeance, Top Thrill Dragster, whatever.
Yeah.
But over here, what is your favourite theme park in terms of theming? Because obviously there are some parks, that kind of go underappreciated, under the radar. Not under the radar, but like Efteling, for example, I think is a good example because a lot of enthusiasts, roller coaster enthusiasts, don't really there's only really Baron, you know what I mean? But when you go there, it's more, you're not going there for Baron, you're going there for
the experience.
Yeah, the experience of going to Efteling. Yeah. So what is your favourite in terms of theming?
I don't know. There's so many. Like one that I knew when going into the park it was going to be absolutely beautiful. Was Europa Park, and Europa Park is such a beautiful park. And when you walk down Berlin, the entranceway, and you come to the end, and you can just turn whenever you want to go. You've got that massive fountain square. It's such a beautiful park. But like Phantasialand, that's another one which everyone knows about theming. It's just outstanding, especially Taron. And I haven't ridden it, but Fly, Fly just looks outstanding. But like one that's really underappreciated is Movie Park Germany.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and I got to visit there in 2019. Hopefully, fingers crossed, in the next few years, because I want to go ride their new motion-based ride, whatever, which looks absolutely fantastic. But Movie Park Germany was amazing. One of the most, like, Star Trek was one of the best themed rides I've ever done.
It does look mental.
Yeah, especially for my dad, because my dad's a massive Star Trek fan. And it was just like, he was just like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. And my dad's never like properly into theming. My dad's more like, oh, this is a great coaster. My dad was like, oh my God, what is this? But it was, Movie Park Germany is just the most underrated one, in my opinion, like going under the radar.
Yeah, they've got that wild mouse, don't they? It's the wild mouse? It's the indoor one. What's it called? Is it Mac? No, it's not Mac. It's Gerstlauer. Gerstlauer bobsled. Yeah, it's a Gerstlauer bobsled. Yeah.
What's it called? Oh,
that's good. Van Helsing's or something?
Van Helsing's Factory.
Yes, there you go.
Van Helsing's Factory.
It looks... Yeah, I mean, that park does look pretty incredible. There are obviously a lot of underappreciated parks. I feel like over here, we definitely take for granted that we have things like Valhalla that are so world-class. I know it's shut now, but when it was open, getting voted the best water ride in the world, and then people go on and like, oh, you get too wet, you know what I mean? It's a bit like, now we don't have it. I feel like definitely when we get it back, we'll appreciate it more, because it was incredible even when half of the effects weren't working. If they've now fixed it, and then there's a bunch of new, there probably won't be new, but like effects that work all the time.
Yeah.
Hopefully you will appreciate it a bit more, because obviously in Europe you have things like Symbolica, you know what I mean, that looks absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then just most of dark rides in parks like Phantasialand, Europa Park, etc. are incredible. And over here, obviously, I hate it, but I know a lot of people like it. Darren Brown's. It's a very, very good experience the first time you do it. So moving on to Darren Brown's. What's your opinion on Darren Brown's Ghost Train?
Oh, right. Where to start? I think because I love Darren Brown as a performer. I think he's fantastic on stage and everything. So when I first rode it, I was amazed. I thought it was outstanding. I thought it was one of the best dark rides I'd ever experienced in the whole world. But riding it nowadays, I don't get the same appreciation. And I think it's a one-shot wonder. You get one ride on it, and that is, you go in it with not knowing what it is until you come out.
Yeah.
You see like people like Coaster Studios and Coaster Kids who go and rode it a few years ago.
That was mental.
Yeah. And they were like, that's one of the best experiences ever. Yeah, it's a one-shot wonder in my opinion. Either works or it doesn't.
Yeah, I think if you're more, susceptible to being kind of scared by that stuff, you might be like, oh, that was absolutely incredible, I'm never going in that again. I think definitely when you're in the case with, Coaster Kids and Coaster Studios when they came over here, they don't really have those rides, those, well, at least not horror-themed rides over in America, or ones to that scale. So when they come over here and they do Darren Brown's, they're like, oh my God, that was absolutely mental, you know what I mean? But then they might come back and do it in a few years' time, or if they'd done it a few times that day, they would have, realised that does get old pretty quick, and because it's the same thing. It's not like I don't think there's two virtual reality scenarios that you can go through. I think it's just one now. So it's the same
Is it just
thing.
one now?
I think it might be just one, which is
I remember when it was
crazy.
like 5, wasn't it? It was like different people, wasn't it? It was like an
different
old
people.
woman, an old man, a child.
But even then, it's the same story. It's, you know,
Excellent.
oh, look, there's a monster. He's outside the train.
Hand over your mouth. Oh.
Hands on your mouth. And then the indoor bit now was a bit weird, because when they did it, it was back when there was the train thing and it looked like the train was coming towards you.
Mhm.
Now, you just walk through like it's like a scare maze, but there's no actors. You just kind of walk through, and then that's it. You're back on the train again. It was like, well, what's the point in that? I don't know if that's because they don't have enough funding anymore to do that effect where it looked like the train was coming towards you.
Yeah.
But you know, maybe that is a metaphor for Thorpe being on a decline, which I think it has been for a few years. I'm not saying it's a bad park, but
Yeah.
the thing is with Thorpe is that, you know, we're so used to it being world class, and they're bringing in rides like Colossus in the early 2000s, and even Nemesis, Stealth, Saw, etc. The moment they hit Swarm, they just kind of slowed down, and then eventually now what is this? I think this is the 9th year without a coaster. Is it nine
because
years?
it's 10 years next year since the Swarm.
I mean, it's to be honest, it's not good enough, and I think the problem is now is that Towers is on the rise again. So Thorpe, if Merlin don't go, have a new coaster, Towers is going to shoot off into the distance, and Thorpe is going to be left behind. Do you feel that that's going to happen a little bit? Do you think that that's already in the motion?
I think with Merlin Entertainment, I think they know which parks to spend their money. It's just to be told, they know where they want to spend their buck, and they know, like, Chettington is a worthy expansion, and they know that what's it called? Towers is a worthy expansion. I think Legoland is just getting money chucked at it at the minute, just because it needed it. It properly needed it. Like with Mythica, which just looks outstanding. I'm so excited for
Haunted House Monster Party. That was, how long ago was that? Was that 2019 or last year?
2019, because last year was Duplo Dino.
Yeah, Duplo Dino coaster.
Duplo Dino.
But that's getting money thrown at it, and then you look at Thorpe, and it's like their last big edition was literally Darren Brown's. So, which we just talked about. It's not really anything special. I mean, this is all we got. Angry Birds Land, well, hey, but I think that was even before Darren Brown's. So
it was, yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Sure, I think the one thing that Thorpe is surviving on right now, and they need to cling on to it and keep on making it better, is Fright Nights, which is obviously an incredible event. I think it's probably the best out of all the Merlin ones in terms of scariness, because obviously Scarefest is more of the, well, it's in the neck festive. It's more of a family orientated thing. Sure, they have mazes like Subspecies, but then obviously Thorpe has, it's like scary maze after scary maze after scary maze. So what are your opinions on all the scare events in all of the Merlin parks?
Well, Legoland doesn't have one. It's just like, it's sweet, take them. I think with Legoland, it's just boring. I hate it. But like talking on Chesterton, I think Chesterton have got it right in my opinion. They've got the extreme scare maze, they've got the middle scare maze, and then they've got the walkthrough family, and they work like that. And I think that absolutely works fantastic. And I think Chesterton have had their right mind for years on what they want to do with Halloween events. And I do think they need to continue that, especially like creepy caves, which you don't like.
Well, I will eventually. This is going to be controversial again. If Kieran Adams is watching this, or any of the Silkstone boys, they're really going to be like, "Oh, Lol, you've given in." I haven't given in yet, but I will try it again the next time I get to try it. Even if I do, they might just bun it off for this year. If it's still there, I will definitely give it another go, because without COVID restrictions, maybe they can fix it. But it was a bit dodgy. But
I haven't done it yet because I haven't been to Chessington Halloween in a while. So, but like Chessington, I think they've got the right mind with, like, what's their mid-range one? I can't remember.
They do have another one. I think it was about spiders or something. I think
spiders. It was something like that.
Oh, I think it's literally called Spiders. So there you go.
It was that look. I remember. I don't know if you remember, but the Curse of the Lost Tomb.
Mate,
Do you remember that?
never got the chance to do it, but it looked proper good.
It was really good. A chase run at the end. It was so good. I did it twice, like once when I was like really young and then one older. Warwick Castle though. I know.
This is very good.
Yes. Forget 2020 because they got it completely wrong in 2020, and I have very strong opinions of their Halloween event in 2020. It was appalling, and if it's just, I don't agree with what they chose to do. But like years before, their mazes are high class for what the room they've got. They've got limited room, and they use the ruins and the old abandoned house, not the abandoned house, but the stately home.
Yeah.
And they use that, and it's amazing.
I did the 2019 one, and I did.
Oh, yeah.
I found because they have ages on the mazes, and there was House of Wax, which was like the younger one, and then there was, I think it was Outbreak, and it was the like some old
1894.
1894. I don't think it was
1894.
It was way earlier than that. But yeah, so there was Outbreak, which was like a play one. So I did that. I did that first. I was like, oh, that was pretty good. Then I did House of Wax. I was like, it can't be too intense, you know. You know, it's a kids one. I did it, and I was so scared. I was like a little kid. I was like, I don't know what to do because it's in the name. There's a bunch of people. Yeah. There's a bunch of wax figures mixed in with people who look like they're wax figures. It was one of the scariest mazes I've ever done because I was like, how? And then I came out and I was like, how is that like a 7-year-old? Because there was a 7-year-old in there. And he was crying. So it was like, why? How is that 7 years old? I would chuck a 7-year-old in the other one. But yeah, proper good, and I think they did it very well with all their family attractions as well. If you're a little kid going to Warwick Castle, it's incredible. I think it's a really good event.
I really enjoyed it. House of Wax. It was a good maze. It was my sister's first proper scare maze, and I told her, go and do Outbreak. It's a lot tamer.
Yeah.
She was like, no, it's more scarier, and I was like, come. No, House of Wax was 10 times scarier. And then
genuinely,
they've got the walkthrough as well. That's another thing to remember.
That's very, very nice.
Haunted Hollow, which is great family walkthrough area. And then they've also got, which is an upcharge, which is Seance. And it's a very interesting experience.
I never did that.
Very. You go into a room, right? You sit on this table with headphones on. Okay. Oh, no. And they are 360 headphones, okay, and you're sitting there, and the lights go out, and you can hear them walking around the room, and then they appear in different parts of the room. It's horrible. Scarily horrible, not like.
I wouldn't like that. Oh, I'm not all about that.
It was a good mate. It was good. But then Thorpe and Towers, I think they're very different to the way they do Fright Nights and Scarefest. And Scarefest is very much forget about Fright Nights 2020 when you had to pay for the maze, but like Fright Nights 2019 and Scarefest, like I know the reason why you pay for mazes at Towers compared to not paying them at Thorpe. Because Thorpe, sorry to all the Thorpe fans out there, but Thorpe's mazes are not that great compared to Towers mazes. And I think Towers mazes are a lot higher quality.
Yeah, see, that's what I was going to say. I think the theming and the kind of scale of set pieces, etc., in Towers are miles better than there are at Thorpe. And that's me. You know, I love Fright Nights, and I will go there every single year until I die because I love it so much. But when you get to Thorpe, I mean, Blair Witch is like, I just have to say Blair Witch, and immediately you can just tell that. The thing is with Thorpe is that they have indoor space and they don't utilize it as much as they should.
Yeah.
Because half of them in 2019 were outdoor mazes. There was Blair Witch, Do or Die. So Do or Die was kind of like half inside, half outside. I thought Do or Die was crap in 2019. I thought it was way better in 2018 because they got rid of a chainsaw. Obviously, the only indoor mazes
I had chainsaws in 2019.
You had chainsaws in 2019? I didn't have chainsaws in 2019.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed. Yeah. Thorpe Park, sort your stuff out. But yeah.
I must have gone on a good day. I just always choose the good days for Thorpe Park Fright Nights.
Get on mental days.
For a strange reason.
Well, yeah, I think that they don't use the indoor space. I'm sure they've now obviously got Creep Freak, which is an incredible maze, and I love it. But then you've still got platform. I think platform's a good maze, but it's just if you do it in the day, why would you do it in the day? You would do it at night because it's just crap in the day because you could see all the actors and whatever. And then there was Blair Witch. I genuinely, what was it last year? It was called something else last year. Roots of Evil.
Roots of Evil, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Genuinely, Blair Witch every single year I've done it. I thought because I did it back before it, but went back when it was Blair Witch Project. Yeah. It's just not good, and it's just not to the standard of say Mind Tours, which looks insane.
Well, Mind Tours, I don't remember much of it for two reasons. I was scared that much in it. It was the most petrifying maze I've ever done in my life. And secondly, I had Ella screaming in front of me, saying, we had Jensen in front of us. It was just me, Jensen, and Ella, right, going through because of COVID. Not all of us could go through together. So Ollie, Ollie, Hadley, and Hadley's dad had to go through together. So us three went through, and literally they kept jumping and scaring in front of us, and Jensen kept falling backwards and everything. And like there was this man in a massive diaper and nothing else. It was just like,
yeah, you've spoken about that before. That's quite dodgy. Some just running in a desperate times called for desperate measures. Can't go to the loo on the shift.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just casually wearing it. Yeah, we'll move on from that. I really, really wanted to do. I was too scared to do it, but subspecies. So I went in. This was 2018. I didn't do subspecies because I was like, I'm too scared. Because I just was. I was shitting bricks, and so I did Project 42 instead, which was a good maze. But subspecies, Project 42, there's kind of that situation.
Very big difference.
But I mean, towers on the scale of it because it's a bigger park, and obviously this is linking back to earlier what we said. It gets more money spent on it. It just does. That's a fact. You can see from around the park. If you walk around towers, I guarantee you it will be much cleaner, and look nicer than thought. Sure, I think there's also a reason behind this. Towers loving care. They take care of a lot of their older attractions, which I think is incredible. I love the heritage of Alton Towers. I love walking through the gardens. And so that in itself just brings towers up a level in general.
Yeah. I think TLC is a very good thing. And I think the reason why Towers is a lot more cleaner and nicer than Thorpe, I think the main reason because of this is when a new attraction is built at Towers, money has to be spent on the towers and the gardens. That is what has to happen. So when the money is spent, that's the reason why the park seems a lot more nicer and cleaner around the whole thing. So I think that's a reason why Thorpe is a bit down in some places, especially Jungle. Jungle, just in my opinion, is just a bit dodgy nowadays.
Yeah, you can tell with some areas of Thorpe that you will, especially by the areas of like Zodiac and all that kind of, because all the flats, there's a bit. It looks like the hedges haven't been trimmed for ages. Yeah. So I think Thorpe. It's just the way it's going now. If they don't get a coaster in say the next
2 to 3 years.
So I was gonna say 4 to 5, but maybe it's like 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
In that kind of range, it's definitely falling behind. That's way back. Chessington may even surpass it in a level because it's just the same old, same old. Every single time I go to Thorpe now, I'm doing stuff that I've already done. It's not like I'm going to get a different experience on Stealth this time because I've done it so many times already. I don't have the other coaster. I don't have the other new flat ride. Or surely doesn't need it. But they now have space where Slammer is, which they've just chosen to not remove. It's still there.
I think there's reasons behind why Slammer hasn't been removed.
Yeah. Do you know the reason why it's there or not?
I think there's 2 reasons. This is only speculation, okay? Apparently, the footers for it are extremely deep. And secondly, there's no room to get it out. there is literally no room across the whole park. It's so compacted to get it out. I think it's those two reasons, in my personal opinion. Maybe wrong. I'm most likely wrong majority of the time, but there you go.
Yeah, I think Thorpe it's dodgy. So we will move on from the depressing side of Thorpe to the uplifting side of some new parks, because I thought obviously in UK right now, sure, we have the big Thorpe, Blackpool Towers, kind of the big three in my opinion. But we also have the upcoming parks. I don't know if you've been to Paultons yet. I haven't. But
I haven't.
That's certainly, well, we could talk about it anyway, because obviously it's getting a new area this year. It's already been voted, I think Lost Kingdom was the best kids area in the world, according to the Golden Ticket Awards. Dodgy source, but...
And also, it was nominated as one of the best theme parks in Europe now, on TripAdvisor or something. It's ridiculous. It's the second or first highest rated theme park in the UK on TripAdvisor, which is just mental for a small family park, which is just ridiculous, if truth be told. I think they know where they want to go, and they know the market they want to go, and I think they're going to become the UK's small cousin of Phantasialand, if truth be told. That's my opinion and how it's going to go, and that's where I think it's going to go for. If truth be told, with Paultons Park. Yeah,
I think that's a fair assumption, because obviously they already have some incredible themed areas, such as Lost Kingdom and the new one that's opening this year, Tornado Springs, which looks on a whole other level of Lost Kingdom, which is mental, because you look at Lost Kingdom and you think that's incredible, and then this comes in and you're like, that's even better. What if in a few years' time they're bringing in the new version of Clarkheim? I know that's a stretch, but we now know that they can do it. We now know that they can consistently pull off some just mental themed areas, and I'm really hoping that a lot of people can now get out to Paultons, because I think a lot of people, it was kind of under their radar a few years back. Now it's come up, and as soon as COVID's gone, hopefully we can all experience Paultons, because I think we need to give that park some more support so that it can get up to the level that hopefully, the potential is there for it to become, as you said, Phantasialand's small cousin.
Yeah, it's like the child, it's like Phantasialand's small second-born child or something, isn't it? It's like
half brother.
Half brother. It's like the kid. It's like the kid who gets all the money spent on him.
Spoilt child, of course.
Spoilt child.
And then it kind of, hopefully it doesn't do the storyline where it kind of crashes and becomes a drug addict. Okay. Oh, how I thought that my camera just cut out. I think I'm still.
Yep, you're back.
I'm back. That's cool. Right, I don't know what happened there. But hey, we roll with it. I'm not going to keep that in because I can't bother to cut that out. So, we were talking about Paultons Park. And so onto a new family park, I would say, that is on the up. Let's move on to a park that I think is almost certainly at this day and age on the down. You live very close to it. Drayton Manor. Now, I know I wanted to end on this the entire time because I know that you have a lot of opinions about this park and you have a lot of sources to say to
Sources, right. When I talk about sources, I'm not allowed to talk about those sources before you.
I'm not going to throw you any dodgy questions. Okay. Or we're like, what's? They're getting an RMC, and you're going to be like, yes, and then we're all going to cheer. Oh my god! Yeah. Oh no! I wasn't supposed to say that. No.
Oh no! Anyway.
Oh no! Yeah. So obviously Drayton. It's I think actually today. So I'm probably contradicting myself here. There's a trailer, right? They've released a trailer for something. I don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure it's the Rapids. Yes.
That's from what my understanding is. Yeah. Right.
So. Sure, that's coming back, but they've also had probably one of the worst years I've seen a theme park have for a long time. They got flooded. COVID happened. They nearly died. Got brought out by a new park. Sure, that's good. But at the end of the year, they had a fire. So.
And then the administration stuff being fined nearly £1 million as well.
Genuinely, that is horrific. And I really do feel bad for Drayton because I love some of the rides there. I love The Haunting, and I love Apocalypse, and I think Shockwave is a very, very good ride as well. So to see it kind of fall down into a hole is you know, I mean, because Shockwave is such an iconic ride now. What if in a few years Drayton don't have enough money to keep that going, and they have to bun it up?
I think with Drayton, they have an idea of what they want to do. So we know that they have a 5-year plan in the park to invest in attractions, the park itself, and the facilities of the park. We know that a lot of work has happened over the closed season. When I mean a lot, I mean more than any park in this country. I have walked around the park. I know like other people have, like Jamie from Theme Park Vids. There's your little shout out. Like he's walked around. He lives in the same town as me, so we literally live down the road from Drayton, and like we pop over, not together, but like pop over and
socially distant.
Yeah.
Following
and see
COVID
the park. Well, here's a little story for you all. I'll tell you this. So me and Jamie go around the edge of the park and take pictures and film videos to get content. That's basically what we do to get content. And we both got, I didn't get told off, but Jamie did. Jamie got told off, not on park, but by the Drayton Manor social media team for getting basically too excited and posting pictures from outside of the park. Basically.
Wow.
But you're allowed to do that at Monk's Walk.
I was going to say.
Like, you can do it at Monk's Walk, so why can't you do it at Drayton?
They're very secretive. The RMC is true. They're actually getting an RMC. Fly a drone over. We'll see Raptor track being lined up where G-Force was. Yeah.
Well, we do know that this year they put on some promotional thing. I saw it on Facebook. Someone posted like a promotional brochure from like a local news source for Drayton, and they it said about a new flat ride for this year. We know that Thomasland has got a new, not Thomasland, the 4D Cinema's got a new film. That Ice Age is now left. Ice Age, No Time for Nuts. The amount of times I've seen that film is ridiculous. Because that was originally made for Towers, wasn't it? That film.
Oh my god, yeah, it was. Yeah, because Towers in Cloud Cuckoo Land. Oh, damn, that brings me back. The Go Go Show, I remember that. See, I'm
God,
all over that.
I was talking to my mum about this a few days ago. I was saying, do you know, this year it's been 10 years since Go Go Go's left Towers. No. 10 years. I remember like Go Go Go.
that was the best show. Right, yeah, see, memories.
They went on and did really well. They went and did like Nickelodeon shows and everything.
Yeah, I saw that. Crazy stuff. See, Towers can get you a big job. Go to work at a theme park. Yeah, good idea. But
the amount of times I saw that show, like we couldn't go to Towers with not seeing the Go 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 show. We had to. We spent 40 minutes of our day watching Go Go Go.
It was actually a really good show, to be fair. And then I don't know, did Ice Age come directly after that, or was there another show?
Directly after.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that theatre's obviously that's seen some odd days, shall we say? And that's where Themajig is now, right?
Gangster Granny.
Yeah.
No.
Is it not? Where is going?
Gangster Granny's in the Wobble World building.
Ah.
Yeah. That's why loads of us are confused. What they're not using the theatre for, the theatre and the old Nickelodeon.
Maybe it will be a theatre.
Maybe it may not be a theatre, and maybe it'll be a flying theatre.
Maybe it will be.
My idea is
Alan Shilkey's child.
Yes. What's it called though? Like, I think if this Legoland Flying Theatre does well, I think Towers are going to go.
Yeah.
Boing. Get one in World of David Williams. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, normally whatever goes well at Merlin Park, they do the other ones, which is fair enough, I suppose. Which is also why I hope that in a few years' time, Thorpe gets a GCI. But moving back on topic, Drayton.
Yeah. I think they've got a lot of investment this year. They've got so much. I think I'm not worried about Drayton, about their financial state. I'm not going to question about that. But going about their actual investments for the park coming up for the next few years, I think they're going to do great. And they know at least Drayton have an idea of what they want to do, unlike Thorpe, and like a path they want to go down. And it seems like they're pushing for it. With Thorpe, where do they want to go? Do they want to be family? Do they want to be thrill?
Yeah, well, I think Thorpe definitely want to be thrill, but it's just there's nothing
Getting
to
that balance.
suggest that they're actually going to go anywhere in the first place. So Thorpe's a weird one. But yeah, back onto Drayton. What's your favourite ride at Drayton? Because obviously you live very close to it. You went a lot of times last season. You had an annual pass. So what is your favourite ride? What's your go-to ride at Drayton?
Easy, Apocalypse. Easy. I think it was something like 32 rides me and Jensen had in a row. Like, no, not in a row. Like during one day, and just kept going and going and going on it. Because there's no queue.
That's mental.
Like,
yeah.
Like some days I've just had 20 rides on it, 30 rides on it, just because there's no queue, and I just jump on it whenever I like. I just love stand up with no floor. Yeah. There's a whole like story about if you're a man on that ride and Shockwave. You got to sit in the correct position. You're fine if you sit in that correct position.
You definitely do. Well, Shockwave's fine for me. But the thing is, with Shockwave...
I know some people who find it painful, especially down there.
Yeah, the last time I rode Shockwave was when I've only ever rode it like twice. The last time I rode it was years ago. So, literally, I was like 5 foot, like 3. I was like barely tall enough to go on it. I think I had to roll up shoes in the back of my shoes, roll up socks in the back of my shoes.
Yeah, in the back of your shoes.
Did you ever do that? Because I used to do that all the time because I was always too short.
To get on, what's it called, like Nemesis and Galactica.
Yeah.
That was smaller.
I did it on Galactica once, and I thought my shoes were going to fly off because they weren't tight enough. I just put my feet in a certain position so that they wouldn't fall off. I was like, my shoes are going to fall off. I have seen a shoe fly off on Galactica before. It was like a flip flop, and someone was wearing flip flops. I was like, "Why are you wearing flip flops on Galactica?" And I was literally in the queue. They went over the. Is it a hardline roll? What roll is it?
What, when you turn onto your back?
Yeah.
Barrel. Oh no, it's a hard. No.
Is it a hardline roll? I don't know what it is. The roll.
It's one of them.
It might be inline. Yeah, okay. So the roll. Yeah, so the flip flop. They were going over, and it just flew off into the distance. And it was like, where the hell did that go? I've seen multiple.
Someone standing backstage. Boink. What?
Flip flop. Where did that come from? I've also. This is a funny story. Another flip flop situation. People love, bidding off their flip flops. I was on the rattlesnake queue. And there's a little hole in the roof of one of the buildings where you queue in. And literally, a flip-flop just went onto the net in the hole. And it was like, how would you lose your shoe on a ride when you would literally have a floor?
Would you like just hold it and go...
just holding a flip-flop around like that. Whoa. I was like, how would you lose your flip-flop? Have you ever lost anything on a ride? Well, that's a good question.
No. Just
Fair enough.
I'm quite good at keeping stuff safe. Yeah.
I've very nearly lost my glasses a fair few times. Just forgetting to take them off. I remember going up a sore lift hill once, and I completely forgot that I had them on. I was like, I've just gone through the barrel roll as you come out. I was like, I don't know what to do, so I just had to like hold on to them like that for the entire thing. I was like, I'm not dropping these. I was so scared they were going to fall.
Yeah. Oh my god, are you from Sandbrook? Oh my god.
See, listen, there was no need. Just because I'm next to Shambhala isn't. Oh, you can't even see Shambhala. Dragon Khan. I'm at the same.
Yeah, by the way, everyone think about it. If they go out Sean Sandbrook, then look at Chris. Think of Sean Sandbrook, now look at Chris.
I don't. There's no reason. Who's Sean Sandbrook? I am Chris Payne. Yeah, that I have to live with that every day for the rest of my life. That at one point in time, I very much do look like Sean Sandbrook. I don't even know if we're allowed to talk about him on this. I'll have to cop that out.
Next question.
Next question. Moving on to the final question. Well, it's not the final question, but it's one of the final questions. What are your plans for this year?
Well, it depends all on COVID, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, at the minute, we've got booked Energylandia at the end of August, and it seems like loads of people are going then. So, it feels like loads of the OTT gang are planning to come that weekend, apparently. But all COVID dependent. Whether it happens or not is a question for another day. And then we were meant to be going in Christmas last year. We were meant to be going in April this year, but now we're going at Christmas next year.
There you go.
We're going to Abu Dhabi and Dubai.
Very cool.
Yeah, so going to what's it called?
Formula Rossa.
Formula Rossa, and go to Yas Marina. We're having this conversation last night.
We have this conversation a lot. If you're an F1 fan, come on to the Coaster Down Discord at some time. We should create an After Tracks Discord. That's another idea. Okay, so final question. What are your plans for YouTube this year? Because obviously that's pretty much your main domain. You have a Facebook group, you have a Discord, you're very much all over the place. But I think YouTube is definitely your main thing. So what are your plans for YouTube this year?
So 2021 is the 5th year of Theme Park Jake. So the plan for this year is to basically celebrate those 5 years and realise how much I have become as a person, but also how much like my channel's grown. So like a small channel like mine does not grow that quick. And I was saying this with Lee from Inversion Addicts. I was saying, he was making it clear, like, most people that started a channel at my age haven't continued their channel. Like, they stop it after a year and they just can't be bothered with it. With me, I've continued it after 5 years, and still from like a young age, and now at 16 going on 17. That's not, don't mention the song, but like I'm getting to that point now where I'm close to like 1,000 subscribers, and I'm slowly getting to that mark for me as a person. So my plan for this year is to get hopefully to 1,000 subscribers. That is a plan, and more community-based content. That is the plan, and more live streams. So I want to get more community involved in my videos, and I want more people talking and sharing their own opinions, because I know I have very strong opinions about certain Reddit powers, but like I'd love to see like people do more. I'm enjoying on some videos, like I've done my Baguette Fest video.
Oh yeah, of course, legendary video.
Which went down very well, which surprised me. It was a very random video.
You made profit off of French bread, so at least you can say you've done that with your life.
Yeah,
I'll be on your grave.
I have more Theme Park Jake events this year, and that's will be announced later on this year. I can announce that Theme Park Jake Oktoberfest is returning. I can announce Theme Park Jake Halloween is returning. I can announce that Theme Park Jakemas is returning this year.
All the usual ones.
All the usual ones, but 2 more haven't been announced, and another, possibly a 3rd one. I'm still in development with Jensen, who makes my logos at the minute for that 3rd one. So we'll all wait and see.
And yeah, I must say, if you haven't subbed to Jake already, please do. Not even just because you're obviously my mate. You run a very good YouTube channel. I couldn't run a YouTube channel even if I tried. So, which is very much why I'm glad that I have Danny pretty much doing all the stuff for me. We've just had another sub. Squidge46 has just subscribed.
Thanks for subscribing.
Thanks for subscribing. There was actually another word off of the screen that I couldn't see, so it might have been Super Squidge. I'm going to leave that in because that'd be funny. I'll ask Danny how to turn that off on the next one. So yeah, please do sub to Jake. Obviously, there's lots of amazing content back there. Even if you scroll all the way back to the first vlog, which is jokes. But yeah, I I'm on one of the vlogs. That was one of the best days I've ever had at a theme park.
National Rollercoaster Day 2020.
That was absolutely mental day. And obviously Jake's a lovely guy as well. So yeah, please go sub and follow on what are your socials so people can go and follow you.
So you can follow me on @ThemeParkJake on Instagram. And then Theme Park Jake on Facebook, and then T Park Jake. Because someone stole Theme Park Jake on Twitter, so it's T Park Jake. Yeah, go and follow me for my controversial opinions on Twitter. I'm starting to tweet a bit more now, and have a bit more controversial stuff. I want to be like proper Twitter people and tweet and moan about
everything. Yeah, there you go. All your opinions on Twitter. So that was that's it. That was Theme Park Jake front row. That was Theme Park Jake front row. No, that was Off the Tracks front row. It might have been a little bit dodgy. I'll look at, please, if you have any criticisms or anything about my style of doing this, which I know Lee does his, please put down in the comments. That'd be amazing. And I've said this like 1,000 times, but please do go sub to Theme Park Jake on YouTube. I was getting to 1,000 by the end of the year. That'd be incredible. You definitely deserve it. And yeah, so you can follow Off the Tracks on Facebook. I'm looking it down there. Off the Tracks on Facebook. Yeah, right. Facebook's there. Yeah, and there's Twitter. And there's Instagram down there. They're all Off the Tracks pretty much. So yeah, please go follow us on the social medias. And thank you very much for watching. And we will see you in the next one. Thank you very much.